Next, we are going to discuss the two topics which was missed from not missed, uh, which I am going to explain after the explanation of animals. That is how the transportation takes place and how the excretion takes place in plants. So this is one of the best diagram which I have shown above is the best diagram to explain how water is conducted by the plant, and this theory is known as transpiration pull theory. It's very simple, and you know that transpiration means loss of water through the stomata of a leaf. And if you see this diagram, we can see that when the stomata is opened, water will move out of the plant as water vapor. So there will be a vacant space will be created. So in order to accommodate that vacant space, water will be conducted from the soil through xylem, which is the tissue which transports. It's a complex tissue which transports water, minerals and hormones from the from the root to the leaf. So it will be conducted through that. We can see that it is conducted through the root hairs, passing through the tissues of the root, and it is reaching to the stem where xylem is, and it is reached to that particular area where the water is lost. So this process takes place only when the stomata is opened. So this is the one of the most accepted theory by which the plant conducts water, and this particular theory is known as transpiration pull theory. So, and next question comes is phloem. This phloem is also working simultaneous with the xylem, and what the phloem is doing is it carries the produced food material, which is known as starch, from the leaf to any part of the plant where it has to be stored, and that particular process is known as translocation. That means it is produced in one place and it is transported through phloem and it will be stored in another place. That means they are changing the location. That particular process is known as translocation. These are the two ways how the plants are doing this movement of food material, exchange of food, how the materials are moved in and out of the plant. These are the two main methods how plants do this movement. So the next one, that is known as excretion. That means how the plants are throwing out of its waste. So in plants, whenever that particular diagram is not here, so whenever the plants want to throw out the food material, what they will throw out any waste, what they are doing is, there are many methods by which they can do this process. One is, you might have heard about this gums, lactose, etc., whatever we are getting from the plant. That particular process is one among the method by which the plants are throwing out the waste. Apart from that, very recently I read an article known as a process known as guttation. Guttation means very best example for that. Sometimes when you walk through the field, you can see that water droplets are present to the tip of the leaf. So that particular process is known as this one. You can see there. That means drop by drop waters are present on the margins of the leaf. and this particular process is known as guttation. Guttation occur through an area inside the leaf known as hyotodes. Hyathodes, that means small pores to the tip. So whenever some plants are treated with some chemical, this I have read very recently, xylem, through this transpiration, through the process of when the transpiration is low, through the process of the root positive pressure, that means when they are pulling water, chemicals will be mixed with this water, and drop by drop they are ejected out through this. This is the one of the way how plants do this excretion. And next one, carbon dioxide is also an excretory product of the plant. Oxygen is an excretory product of the plant. That means after doing all the physical activities inside, the metabolic activities inside the plant, oxygen will be liberated out. Oxygen is an excretion from the plant which is used by us for the process of breathing. Same way, gums, all the secondary metabolites, gums, resins, not the resins means what we are getting from the market. Other resins are there, resins resins, and some of the plant materials which plants are not useful, they will excrete out through this process. These are the main ways how plants do excretion also. So these two things are very simple. One is transportation, another one is excretion. And whatever the plants are excreting out, it is useful for other organisms because it is 100% natural. Oxygen is a natural product which is excreted out by the plant through stomata, and through the stomata water is also excreted out in the form of water vapor and as a byproduct of photosynthesis. So all these things can be used by other organisms for its survival. So these two things notes I have given. Now I have attached, that means along with this video I have attached some questions from this. Please answer those questions. If there is any doubts, comment on the under that video where the commenting section is there. And some of the students are asked which books to follow this NCERT questions. You can follow any books which you want, which is available in the market, which is having this NCERT questions. There are a lot of books are there. Any book you can follow. All the books will be having the same content. Thank you, and if you have any doubt, please comment.